Hi, welcome to another episode of Beyond Chronic Disease. My name is Wendy Gathercole. I'm your host. How are you this week? What is your body trying to tell you? I did that last week. And yes, I mentioned my spring clean your mind and body. I think it's important that you all understand how speaking and thinking and what you do creates your life. It's not a blame game. It's not what's happening in the big wide world. It's got nothing to do with that. Yes, that does impact on you, but if you can learn to bring it all back to you, bring what back to you? If you can learn how to deconstruct all of the shit out there in your own mind and body to create ease and calm in your world, just in your body and mind world, then nothing else matters. You can deal with anything, anything that gets thrown at you. No shit will stick. Okay? It really won't. And that is an awareness. And the way that we learn that is through different programs that you can access. Okay? And one of them is Spring Clean Your Mind and Body. Anyway, how is your life going for you? Are you getting what you want? I know my book, I postponed the launch until August. And that, to start with, that made me feel a little sort of stressed. I don't do stress. It just, because I was wanting to get it out. I feel it's so important to get my book out to everybody that it was a rush. It was, yes, I want to do that. Yes, yes. I kept saying yes, 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 yes to everything to get it done, which I did. And some things weren't, didn't really matter. If I don't know, if a word wasn't spelt properly. I mean, I'm sure I checked all of that, but little things like that don't matter. The thing that matters is the big picture. Now, when I got asked about the launch, certain things were happened. So it was either do it now or do it in August for reasons. So I thought, oh, August, really? It's that far away. I know we're in July now, but this decision was made a little bit ago. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't want that to happen. I was a little bit annoyed. I was frustrated because I wanted the book out. I had been doing everything very, very quickly to get that done so that it would be in everybody's hands when they've ordered it so long ago. I need that out. I need that earlier than that. I've done all of this. I can't have it come out late. What will people think? So all of this stuff that was coming up for me in my mind, it was creating a lot of ugh in my body, all of it. And then you know what? I looked at what I was doing at this moment. I am in France, so hello from France. Had looked at my next couple of months and I was hardly going to be home. Now, I say this in regard to my decision. So once I made the decision to postpone, yes, I will postpone it, all those feelings from my body, all those stories that I was telling myself, all the, what would people think, all of those sort of stories completely dismissed. Like my whole body it was starting to feel that stress. And you know me, I don't do stress. It was starting to take on that stress and that, I know. And like I've just told you everything, what what my body was doing. And as soon as I made that decision, it's all about making that decision, all of that let go. And then once that decision was made and all of that let go, then I started breaking it all down. Okay, so I'm not really going to be home. It will take a whole heap of stress off me because then I won't have to post the books out when I get them and, you know, everything that's involved with getting a book published and, you know, yeah, with getting a book published and then all the process after that, once your books are in your hand, it alleviated all of that. So I don't need to, well, it's not that I don't need to worry about that. Well, I don't need to worry about that when I'm not at home. The bottom line is that when we create these stories in our heads, the impact that they have on our body can either make it feel shit or good. So when it feels shit, it's not in alignment with you. Okay, so my decision, and this is a real-time decision here. So my decision in when I was asked whether to get the book out now or later on, that very first moment, it was like, oh, and it just felt like to get the book out now, it just felt stressful. It felt heavy, hard. And well, that decision to get it out later as well, it felt like I was, I had put in all this effort and then it wasn't going to happen when I thought that it would. So all these things that I was sort of saying in my mind, well, it wasn't, I suppose my mind was telling me that were making me feel shit. So then once I did make that decision, it just alleviated everything. And then all the good bits, which I've just sort of told you, all the good bits came in like, okay, this is good because, it's not going to be rushed. It's going to be a lot better. I'm going to be able to service you better. All of that comes into play. But it's all about making that decision. What do you really want? Okay. So I wanted this book out. I wanted to write this book. Well, no, I didn't really, but that was a few podcasts ago when my intuition told me, Wendy, you have to write this book. So I've written this book. I wanted it out on the shelves. Okay. It's still going to be there. It's not like it's not going to happen at all. It's done. It's been published. It's been all put together as we speak. I've already got the copy. You would have seen. I've already got the proof copy. Okay, so it's done. I just don't have the order of the books, the order that will allow me to post them to you. So it's not failing, okay? And this is where we make the mistake of thinking that if we haven't done it by a certain time or we haven't produced exactly what we said that we were going to, that we've failed. And that takes us a few steps back in our emotional state. But I'm here to say that it's your mind telling you that, okay? You haven't failed, and there's no failures in life, full stop. Everything is there to teach us a lesson, okay? Could be a hard lesson, but you know what? When you learn those hard lessons, you won't ever do it again. And you have to learn those hard lessons, therefore you to learn to hopefully not repeat them. Well, if they're to the detriment of your well-being, that is. So, um, sorry, what was I talking about? So this is all part of what I'm here about, mind-body connection and how it plays out in your life and how it doesn't and how it reflects on where you're at and where you're not at. And if you want change, if you want real change, then I go through all of this in my Spring Clean Your Mind and Body event in September. So it's spring, it's cleaning out not just your closets, it's cleaning out all the shit that you hold on to that keeps you stuck and stressed and sick and keeps you playing out the same life day after day after day. When you wake up and you say, today's going to be different. And then at the end of the day, well, to start with, for the first maybe hour, it's good. And then you just go back into the same habits and you recreate the same day every single day. And every single morning you wake up and say, this has got to change. And I know because I have been there in moments in my life years ago. And I know that. And as I've said before, nothing changes if you keep doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result. Like nothing will change. Okay, the weight won't disappear. The, I don't know. Um, no more money will be in your bank account. You won't attract that person that you want in your life. Nothing will change unless you change the way you think about it, change the way you do speak about it, change the way that you do something about it. So my book, I wanted it out. I had an option to have it now or later. It caused me angst in my body about postponing it. Once I made that decision, my body never felt better, and my mind for that matter. So until next week, I will see you again. And if you want to know how to change something in your life forever so that you never get stuck again, then come to Spring Clean Your Mind and Body in September. I'll see you next week. Oh, it's all in the show notes, what you have to do. Okay, see you then. Bye.